Hello and welcome to Anthony's Brick Build, and today we'll be going over every Easter egg in the LEGO Marvel Avengers Tower. This is a really cool set. Check out my review on the end screen or linked in the description below. It's a really fun video, but let's go and jump right on into all of the little Easter eggs throughout the set. But before we go on further on to this video, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Turn the notifications button on if you have not already. Let's try to get 2,000 subscribers by the end of October. Let's jump right on into these Easter eggs. Alright, so there are many Easter eggs hidden inside the Avengers Tower, but we're going to be going in order of the Infinity Saga, and then we'll be going into the multiverse. So we're going to be starting, of course, in kind of year order, going to Iron Man 2008, where we have a couple cool references in there. We have that Tony Stark has a heart arc reactor hidden in the workshop area of the Avengers Tower, and there's also a little kind of dark bluish gray Iron Man minifig or microfig that is also included in this set, so that is a fun little Easter egg right there. There is also that kind of like People magazine of Tony Stark doing that kind of like fun little dance move that he has that is hidden throughout the set behind the elevator as well on the Tony Stark kind of floor, so that's another cool little Easter egg. There is also on that floor, or actually if you move up to the kind of prison floor, there is a stack of newspapers that say who is Iron Man right before Iron Man gives his, of course, big reveal. So that is another fun one. There's also a bunch of money hidden throughout this Avengers Tower set, just showing that Tony Stark has too much money to put into a bank account or something funny like that. There's money hidden in the workshop as well as behind one of the elevators, I believe, on the Loki prison floor. Then, if you can see on Pepper Potts' minifigure, she has that cool little tablet. One has a cheeseburger on it, which of course is the main food that Tony Stark wanted to eat when he gets back from Afghanistan. And if we go to Iron Man 2, there is a bunch of little hidden references throughout this set. One is a battery hidden in the kind of like relic room, I'm calling it, on like near top of the Avengers Tower that has an octan battery hidden in it because Pepper says to Tony, not everyone runs on battery. So that's another fun one right there. But if we go to the Incredible Hulk, he actually has another pretty funny little reference in here. It is on that kind of TV in the main dining area or kind of hangout suite near the helipad. There is a "This just in, Hulk smashes again." That is another little funny little reference right there. And we move on to the Avengers movie. That has so many references it's hard to keep track of. There are many arc reactor kind of like control panels and info panels throughout this set, just showing that the Stark Tower, or Avengers Tower, however you want to say it, at the time is self-sustaining. So that is another little fun Easter egg right there. There is also a Loki that kind of screen right there that has Loki no match as they are scanning for Loki throughout the Avengers movies. There is a Quinjet also in this room that actually has Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow on it, and they're on call right before Tony Stark makes his iconic entrance in the Avengers movie.
Agent Romanoff, you miss me?
Then we also have a bunch of other details throughout it. You have, of course, the jail cell from Loki that's taken from the S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier, and that is pretty obvious where that one is from. Now, another really fun Avengers Easter egg is that there's a bunch of food hidden throughout the set in a bunch of funny little areas. That's because Robert Downey Jr. really liked hiding food throughout the set because he was always hungry, making one of the scenes from the Avengers during the helipad scene or from the helicarrier scene come into the movie. So that is another good one. And there is some other Avengers ones, like at the Battle of New York from the New York Bulletin. That is also situated in kind of hangout room as well. Another really fun Avengers Easter egg is that you have a shawarma that Kevin Feige is holding in his right hand. So that is another little fun little Easter egg for you right there. And if you go into the trash can, there's also another kind of like shawarma wrapping in there. So that's also a really funny little Easter egg. If we also go to the Avengers movie, there is the Mark 6 kind of suit coming down from the sky that Tony Stark has those little wristbands for that is tracking his wrists. Then you have the, of course, Eric Selvig and the kind of like portal maker that has the Tesseract inside, and that is, of course, at the very top of the Avengers Tower. Then you also have the Incredible Hulk, or the Hulk right here. It actually is a face that he actually has on there when Captain America tells Hulk to smash in the first Avengers movies.
And Hulk. Smash.
Of course, and probably another top funny Easter egg right there is of the kind of crash pad where Loki is sitting on. That he gets like smushed into the concrete by the Hulks.
You are all of you beneath me. I am a god, you dull creature, and I will not be bullied by that.
Moving on to Captain America and the Winter Soldier. We have a new exhibit on the back door of the Avengers Tower on a little sticker that says Captain America, new exhibit for the Bricksonian Museum. We saw that in the Sangam Sanctorum that came out just about 2 years ago, so that's another funny little design right there. Then we also have Dr. Olslick, I believe his name is, and he is also featured in the prison area. It is pretty funny. This is the first time he is in Lego form, and he has a little camera so you can keep an eye on who is talking to him. Another Captain America in the Winter Soldier kind of reference / pun is on that kind of sign where we talked about the Hulk smashes again. There is a weather update saying who is the Winter Soldier. So that is a funny little pun right there for you. Avengers Age of Ultron is next, where we have Jarvis and Ultron battling it out in the kind of like hospital area of the Avengers Tower. So that, of course, is another little reference right there. And here's a better image on the screen what it's supposed to represent. Of course, on the Age of Ultron reference table, we have a little hospital bed where, of course, you can have Hawkeye being treated for his injuries, or you can have Vision in there as well. And there also is the Mind Stone in this area of the Avengers Tower as well. Of course, there's another Age of Ultron reference where we have a bunch of little hexagon elements showing the DNA of course, Vision as they try to make synthetic skin and all that extra little details for the characters throughout the movie. Another Avengers Age of Ultron detail right here is that we have a little 2x2 kind of tile that is in the Avengers Tower near one of the elevators that actually has V2 for the V2 armor that Ultron uses. And if you notice, those numbers up there is a little off topic, but it says for 1968-52. That is when the first Avengers kind of came into comic book form in 1968 in Marvel Comic 54. So that is another really fun little reference right there. And of course, Age of Ultron, you have all the characters sitting on their little respective little table throughout trying to lift Thor's hammer.
Be right back.
Are you even pulling? Are you on my team? Just represent, pull.
All right, let's go. Come on, Cap.
And of course, right behind that's the bar where you see Natasha bartending later in the movie. Another Age of Ultron reference is, of course, you have the scepter that is being kind of scanned and all that fun stuff. And you just have them showing that there is an Infinity Stone inside of it as well. Another fun Easter egg right there is you have Jarvis up above it, above that scanning kind of tile that has Jarvis that kind of like duplicating himself. Then you have to have Ultron duplicating himself as well, so Jarvis keeps himself safe while Ultron runs amok. Then we move on to AntMan. There's a couple AntMan references throughout this set. We have some pin particles in the dumpster behind the Avengers Tower, and there is the Smash Your Thirst kind of Vista Rush kind of soda machine, and that has a PIM logo on it as well. So that's another little Easter egg right there. There are some Spider-Man Homecoming Easter eggs in this set as well. You can put Spider-Man attached to the back of the Avengers Tower A, so you can get him looking like he's hanging off of it. That's another fun little Easter egg right there. Then we move on to Avengers Infinity War. We have the kind of Captain Marvel pager right there, which I think is pretty funny since it takes Nick Fury this long to come across it and hit that button, summoning Captain Marvel. And that is another little Easter egg right there from Avengers Infinity War. Then we also have Avengers Endgame, where you have Wong coming out of the portal to help his friends. That is also another kind of Easter egg from the Sanctum Sanctorum, where you have Wong going into a portal, then he comes out of this side of the portal in like a different height and all that fun stuff. Another Avengers Endgame is the Tesseract and Loki escaping with the Tesseract and then jumping into the whole multiverse thread. Then another one where you have that elevator, which I believe is, I think, on the prison tower area. It has some stickers that says, "Do not enter, no Hulk, caution, out of order," because Hulk tried to get in, but he has to use the stairs.
Take the stairs. Hate the stairs. So many stairs!
And then probably one of my favorite references in here is another Avengers Endgame one, where you have Captain America over his Captain America self from the Avengers movie, and that is America's tube side right there. So I think that's a really funny one, where you have, of course, the catwalk and all the broken glass.
That is America.
Another one is the Mark X Rescue version that you have for Pepper Potts that Tony Stark made for her. And if you see, it is the same from a couple other kind of sets that we had at Iron Man Armory-wise. There is a 3000 down below. That is, of course, when his daughter says, "I love you, 3000. That is another really sweet little reference right there. Hawkeye also gets another reference in here with the Battle of New York Memorial, of course, having Steve Rogers, Tony Stark, Thor Odinson, Bruce Banner, Natasha Romanoff, and Clint Barton in the set as well. So that's a fun little Easter egg right there. There is also on the back a Avengers A. If you notice on the left side of the Avengers Tower, there's a picture up on screen, of course. There is a really cool Avengers A right there. So that is pretty much all of the references and Easter eggs I could get out of the Avengers Tower. I kind of lost count of how many they are. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think of this video. Let me know if you want to do some more like this in the future. I'll see you guys in the next LEGO video. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.